catch and fire. It's on the... Ah! He made it! Oh my God! Wow!
Hello and welcome inside Platt Arena for our second game of the day. Once again, we still have the Huntington University Foresters taking on the Bethel University Pilots, but this time we're going to have the men's action. This one, Huntington comes in 9-8, 1-4 though in the Crossroads League. On the other side, Bethel, they are 15-2, 3-2 in the Crossroads League. Bethel started out 15-0 on the season, but they've lost their last two ball games. First one was against Iowa, who was number 2 at the time. The other game against Grace. Their last game they played, we'll give you some stats about that last game. Huntington on the other side, they started 3-0, which is their longest win streak of the season so far. They were 2-3 in their last 5 ball games and 5-5 in their last 10 total. Huntington has lost back-to-back here at Platt Arena, but we'll see if the Foresters can come out and win this ball game. They are 1-5 versus ranked teams. A big thing to note today, Caleb Middlesworth, at the end of that last game against Mount Vernon, you saw him have a little bit of ankle mobility problems. He was limping a little bit. Middlesworth is actually in a boot for this ball game, not in uniform. He will not compete tonight. Middlesworth's 12 rebounds in that game against Mount Vernon was a new career high for him, but he will not be playing today. So Huntington has the tall task of taking on Bethel, who has been hot, not recently dropping their last 2 ball games, but this season. That 15-0 start, that's tied with their second best start in history. And 4 times in Bethel University history, including this season, they've opened up the season 15-0. Their best start of any season was a 17-0 start to the season. The Pilots are led on the court by number 3, Travion Cruz, the junior, the 6-foot guard. He's number 3. He averages 22 points a ball game, 5 rebounds, and 6.8 assists a ball game. But not far behind him, the rest of the Pilots file in. One of their bigger transfer acquires here, number 30, Grant Galen, a 6'5 junior. Galen, a 6'5 junior that averages 19.5 points, 6 rebounds, and about an assist a ball game. They are coached by a brand new head coach, Steve Draben. Draben in his first season, 15-2. He did spend 14 years coaching and the last 8 as a D1 assistant. The last game he coached as an assistant was for Lipscomb, and he lost to Texas University in the NIT championship. So with this being his first season as a head coach ever, taking over for Ryan Lightfoot, it'll be the first time in 29 seasons that Bethel will have a coach that is not named Lightfoot against the Foresters. Now we get about a minute under play here. Huntington, our player to watch, Connor Platt. Platt's got 21 points a ball game, 20.9 specifically is what he averages. He's got 356 points total. Connor right now is number 20 on the all-time scoring list for Huntington at 1,644 points, but he's looking to move up even more, and with a good night tonight, he could do that. Mentioned Caleb Middlesworth out, but the Forester is going to try to stay strong and see if they can pull this one out. Huntington on the season, 9-8. The Bethel Pilots, 15-2. On the other side of this break, we're going to have the tip-off, starting lineups, and some keys to this ball game. I'm Ryan Lockhart, and this is FDN Sports.
The biggest thing that has shocked me about the program is the appeal the program has across the country. We recruit kids and get kids from all over. We've had kids from Florida, Maryland, Hawaii, California, Washington. We've got several recruits coming up from Texas and Louisiana. Men's team, women's team, it doesn't matter. Everybody is really a close-knit type group. If they do fall behind in classes, they absolutely have to come to us, find them tutors. We'll find somebody on the team that can help them with classes, and we will make any and all necessary things and adjustments for them to catch up on their studies. Any player that's gone through this program in the past is just as much part of our family group now as they were when they bowled. And that's something that's really special and different about our program from a lot of other programs.
It's hard not to have faith and be close to God when you're out there hours on end pushing your body to its limits. We try to provide a lot of opportunities for the kids to spend time together in a constructive and meaningful way through study hall groups, devotional series, and then our practices. Huntington University is really unique in the fact that on the cross-country team, we have resources and experience and knowledge that no other NEI school has for sure. I can guarantee that.
Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena. Once again, Ryan Lockhart on the call for this ball game today. We're going to have your starting lineups here right away as we get into this one. Starting at guard, number 3, Travion Cruz, the junior. He's going to be our player to watch for the Pilots, no doubt about it. Number 13, starting at forward, Gavin Rasler, the senior, the 6'5 senior. He averages 7.8 points a game. Starting at guard, number 22, Jared Dehart, a sophomore 6-foot guard. Maxwell Newman, number 25, a 6'8 freshman center, gets the start today. And rounding out the 5 for the Bethel Pilots, number 30, Grant Galon, the 6'5 junior forward. Galon, a transfer from Trinity International, but played as a freshman for the Indiana Hoosiers. Yes, the Big Ten Conference Indiana Hoosiers. But now it is time for your Huntington University starting lineup. We mentioned a few injuries today. Keegan Fetter's not going to play once again. He's stealing a boot. Middlesworth in a boot, so he won't play. Starting at guard, number 3, Connor Platt, the 6'2 senior that's averaging 20.9 points and leads this team. A 6'1 sophomore, number 22, Lewis Wang from Taiwan Lee Academy is starting at guard. Starting at forward, the other senior on this ball club, number 31 at 6'4, Andrew Yoder. Starting at forward, he's a freshman, number 11, he's 6'8, and from right here in Huntington, Hank Pulver. And rounding out the 5 for Huntington, number 33, Clyde Kajiri, the 6'11 freshman from Gulf Coast, from Naples, Florida. Both of these teams Impressive lineups here. They both have height. They both have skill. This should be a very good matchup between the two. We'll see who can pull it out here. On the other side of this one, the Foresters wearing their olive green uniforms, green numbers, green letters. On the other side, the Bethel Pilots, blue unis, white numbers, white letters. Travion Cruz, the leading scorer at 22 points a game for the Pilots. On the other side for Huntington, it's Connor Platt at 20.9, and tip-off in. Clyde Kajiri wins it, but it goes out of bounds. So I think you could say Bethel won it. I think you could say Bethel won that since, you know, it's out of bounds and it's technically now their ball. And because of that, they're going to take 1 second off the clock. A little bit different start to this ball game now. And we're now officially into this one. The Pilots like to push the ball around and do a lot of off-ball stuff. We'll see if the Foresters, how they can handle that. Cruz with it. Cruz, a really good player, first team all-conference to start off the year. The Pilots inside, that's Razzler with it. He goes up off the front of the iron and gets that one to drop in. Gavin Rassler able to get that one to fall for our first points of this ball game. 2-0, the Pilots lead this one early on. Yoder, the man getting the start today for Middlesworth. Ballinger also not in the lineup. Yoder gives it off. Pulver, top of the three key, no good. Wayne gets a hand on that, now he's gonna come up with it. Gives it off Yoder, they're looking inside. And they go inside. Kajiri with it. He'll kick it over. Pulver thought about it. Now he kicks. Platt step. No good there. Can't get that one fall. Razzler the rebound. The Foresters extend that possession. Again, nothing to come up out of it. Three-pointer from the wing. No good there. Pilots empty on that trip. That three missed by Dehart. Dehart was on the all-freshman team for the Crossroads League last year. Coming back, expect a good year out of him. Now Clyde going inside to the paint. Can't get that one to fall. Can't get his own rebound either. And now Cruz and the Pilots pushing it up. Dehart going inside. Kajiri gonna foul him. Excuse me, that was number 25, Maxwell Newman, the freshman, not Dehart. Only about 8 inches difference in height between, Newman and Maxwell, but that foul, the first one on Clyde. Definitely a key to this game is going to be fouls. The Foresters not having Middlesworth, their first big off the bench. Well, their first two bigs off the bench would potentially be Wyatt Jones or David Aarons or even Ballinger. Ballinger not feeling well right now. That ball tipped around. Three-pointer. Gayon, that's good there. Grant able to get that one to fall. Gaylon gets that three to go and puts up Bethel 7-0 here. The Foresters falling behind early in this. Yoder, their last game against Mount Vernon, had a big first half. He had 14 points in it, and he's got the first two here for Huntington in this one. Yoder, another guy that can be really big, can really help put Huntington up here. Kajiri got a hand on that one. Newman now turns around, faces up. Clyde the rebound. 7-2 your score here. 17-28 on the clock. Pulver gives it down low to Clyde. Clyde's going up and he's got a monster dunk. Clyde with the big dunk cuts us to a 3-point lead now. The smash there by Clyde. Now inside Newman. And he's going to get fouled by Wang. Lou coming over on that help defense. Lou at 6 foot compared to the 6'8" from Newman. A huge mismatch there. Kind of put in a bad position there for Lou, but as Newman goes to the line, his first one's up and good. Newman, generally the guy you want at the free throw line, a 54% free throw shooter, but makes both of them there. Kind of fools out his stats, and now Bethel going into a full court pressure defense here. Under 17 minutes in this first half now. Platt gives it off. That got tipped by Grant. Galen can't keep it in bounds, but a good job by him to get that hand on it. If Grant Galen looks familiar, he should, folks. A few weeks ago, he was on Sports Center for a dunk. It was the number 3 play on the top 10 of the day, I believe it was, on Sports Center. So Grant getting his little 15 minutes of fame, but he's had a good season so far this year. 8 on the clock here. Wayne going inside. He gives it off Clyde. 3 people around Clyde. 4's on the clock. Clyde gives it off. Wayne going to have to pull the trigger. Goes up. No good there. And that's going to get out of bounds. Clyde had it down low, but that inside paint defense surrounding him. Bad shot force there. The Pilots take over. Switch off here. Inside, freshman against freshman here. Clyde gets a block there. Monster block by Clyde. Kajiri winning this battle of the freshman bigs right now. Newman has stepped outside. Now they finally give it out to him. DeHart using his pick. Gives it off. Razzler the 3. He'll pull the trigger. No good. Too strong. Clyde gets a hand on it. Pulver cleans it up. And the Foresters get that rebound. Under 16 to go now. So next stoppage of play will lead us to our media timeout. Pulver wanted to look down low. Ball finds Platt. Left corner. They're going to say Platt traveled. First media timeout of the day here. We're going to go ahead and take it with them. 9-4 your score of this ball game. 15:50 remaining in this first half. I'm Ryan Lockhart, and this is FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena. Your Foresters trail by 5 in this one. 15:50 remaining here. One of our substitutions here at the break. Number 1 for Bethel College, Dylan Sheehy Giuseppe, the junior transfer from VCU, Virginia Commonwealth, into the ball game. Now Newman going right into Clyde. Clyde blocked him last time. Newman gets the shot to go. He wins this battle. Mention Sheehy Giuseppe. He played 11 games for VCU. Average 14 points and 8 rebounds in high school, though. We'll see what his impact can be here into this ball game. Connor looking to dribble around, gives it off. Wang corner 3, that's good! Lou Wang with the corner 3 cuts this to a 4-point ball game. Cruz kick out. Newman, 3-pointer, the big, no good there. Clyde the rebound. They had Pulver up and running. Wang didn't look up in time. Now Pulver, he finds Platt. Platt pulls the trigger on a 3, that's in and out, no good. Should note Spencer Ballinger also checked in. Pull up from Cruz, no good. And now both these teams trading buckets momentarily, and Connor Platt's gonna slow it down here. Pulver with it, right wing, he's going in. Right into Galen he goes. A little dip of the shoulder, and that's going the other way. That's gonna be the first one on Hank too. And now substitutions here for the Pilots. We see number 15, Nathan Ertz check in. 45, Philippe Sigota check in. Now inside, Bethel able to get one to fall here. That's Ertz. Erdy's able to get that one to go. Wang looking for Platt. Now he'll dribble over. Platt's got it. He's driving to the hoop. He gets a layup to go there. That one against number 2, Kenyante Jenkins. Now Jenkins with it. Corner, he's looking inside. Foul going to be called on Wang. It was a late foul. Late foul called there on Wang. And now Segoda's going to go to the line for a free throw. Substitutions here as Wang takes a seat. Tim Abel checked in, but he's coming right back out there. Ballinger checking in. Yoder back in as well. Both these teams going to their bench rather early here. And for the Forsters, Middlesworth mentioned he's not in the game. So it's going to be interesting to see, who else is there for Huntington. Now, DSG able to get that layup to go. The transfer from VCU makes it look nice for the Pilots, and they lead 16-9. It's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to go ahead and keep it right here. 13:31 on the clock. We talked about it. Steve Draben, it's his first year here for the Bethel Pilots, taking over for Ryan Lightfoot. And he's had a good season so far. In the last game against Grace, though, the Pilots lost by 5. Actually, both of their losses this year, folks, have come by 5 points. That last loss to Grace, though, a 100-95 loss. A very key stat, though. They only had 2 turnovers the ball game. And since 94, when stats were being kept official, that is the lowest mark ever in Bethel history. Cruz led him that game with 29.7 rebounds and 5 assists. He was 9 of 21 from the field. Ertz had 16 points and 5 rebounds to go along with it. Now Clyde kicks it over. Yoder, top of the key 3. That's in. And out again. No good. Now the Pilots are looking to run with it. Jenkins thought about the step back. Now Phillip, he goes inside. Can't get that one to fall. Ball tipped around, and they're going to call a foul on Huntington. That foul called on number 2, Tim Abel. Three from the corner, that's up, no good there. Platt able to get that rebound. That's Platt's first rebound of the day. Now he thought about driving inside. He'll bring it back out here. Abel with the ball. Able to transfer from Cincinnati. Christian Pulver, Yoder. Huntington now passing it around outside. Kajiri's got it inside. He's going to go against Phillip. Pulver thought about it. 7 on the clock. Huntington's got to get something here soon. Platt driving inside. He gets the over-the-head shot there. Almost like a hook shot. Awkwardly shot there. It was no good, though. Now the Pilots Looking to move the ball around. Heel up with it inside. Good defense there. Now Pulver. Yoder looking for him. Just a touch too much. Aarons is going to check in for Abel now. It's going to be Aarons' first minutes of the day. David Aarons, the sophomore redshirt forward. At 6'7", he adds a little bit of height compared to Tim Abel. Abel only 6'2". Going right in to Aarons they go. They're going to call a foul on him. Foul going to be called on Aarons, so right away. Aarons goes right to him. Bethel gets it in to the spike line. The ball goes under 12 minutes here. Jenkins pull up three. That's good. Aarons gave him some room and he made him pay for it. 10-point ball game right now. 11:35 here in this first half to go. Pulver with it. He's got to look at a three. He'll give it off to Platt. Platt. Yoder, top of the wing. He's looking back for Platt. Thought about the step back. Now he'll pull it up after a dribble, and he gets that one to go. Connor Platt, 5 points in this ball game. And he cuts into this early lead here. DeHart, the pull up off the dribble. That's good. The Pilots getting some threes to go here their last 2 trips down the floor. Started out 0-4 from the field, but 2-2 on the last 2 trips. Platt's got it. Ooh, he could have had that corner 3. Sheehy Gillespie, the man guarding him, he's got a little length on Connor. Now Pulver going inside. That one got blocked. Newman grabbed all of that ball for the Pilots. They give it back to DeHart. Could have had the pull-up. Ertz, now he'll do a 2-dribble pull-up. Another 3. 3 for 3 in the last 3 trips down the floor. After the Pilots started 0-4. From deep. Now Aarons, he's looking inside to Clyde. Clyde looking to do some work, and he does there. That foul gonna be on Newman. Newman went down with him. Now we're gonna get a substitution here. 31, Yoder takes a seat. That's 22. Lou Wang checks in for him. And a confusion on who that foul was called on there. I believe they gave it to Clyde on the offensive end instead of to Newman. Little mix up here. That's Newman's first foul of the game. Clyde's free throw up, no good. Aaron's trying to tip that ball away, can't get it though. Around the 10-minute mark, Jenkins bring the ball up the floor. He's going inside. Newman, they go. Newman can't get it to fall though. A nice look by the Pilots, and Platt will bring it up the right side. Comes back, gives it Pulver to Aarons, back to Platt. Platt back to Aarons, the 3, it's up. Left it short there, Jenkins the rebound. 10-point ball game still in favor of the Pilots. Aarons going in, Pulver, he'll bring it back out though. Cruz to Jenkins. Jenkins the pull up from the elbow. Good defense there by Clyde. Better offense by Jenkins though. A nice look and a very nice pull up there. .22. Wang with the ball looking inside to Pulver. Pulver kicks it back out to Aarons. He thought about it. To Platt they go. Cruz is on him. Cruz not giving him a lot of room there. Back to Pulver. 5 on the clock. He pulls the trigger and swish. That one finds bottom there. Forster's able to get that one to fall. That makes him 2 of 8 from deep in this one. Make that 3 of 9. Clyde punching that ball out from Newman. And that's staying here. Physical battle there between Newman and Pulver. Substitutions here on both sides. Aaron's going to take a seat. Ballinger comes in for him. Pulver takes a seat as Abel comes in for him. On the other side, we saw Gavin Rassler as well as Grant Galon check in. They kick it out. Ertz off the inbound pass. 29-17. Bethel controlling this one. Now Lou going into the paint. Galon was right there, and Jenkins able to poke it away. Ertz gives up the lob. Ooh, Galon almost had that one. Mentioned he was on Sports Center a few weeks ago for that top play. Could have had a potential second one there. Now Ballinger looking to put the ball on the floor. He spins back away from the basket. Ballinger left it just a little short there off the rim. Around 8 minutes here now. Pull up by Rassler. No good there. And the ball is going to find its way out of bounds. And that's going to lead us to our second media timeout here in this first half. Under 8 to go. 29-17, your Forcers trail. We're going to go ahead and take it along with them. Hello and welcome back inside Platt Arena here. Once again, Ryan Lockhart on the call for this action. And the Foresters starting off slow here, 29-17 they trail. But if you look at, their season score up to this point, they typically score more in the second quarter. But so do the Bethel Pilots. Wang finds Platt. Platt, nobody around him, but he'll slow it down. He'll give it back to Pulver. And miscommunication between Abel. Abel with that turnover. He's going to check out here. Cruz bringing the ball up. Ball gets kicked to the corner. Jenkins now with it. He's going to drive on Yoder. Kicks it inside to Rassler. Back to Cruz. Jenkins thought about the three. He'll get Yoder to turn around. Nice move by him there. But Ballinger the rebound. Platt brings it up. The Forcers really need an answer on the offense here. Jenkins has been doing a good job against his man. Good defense on him. Galon putting the pressure on and miscommunication from Huntington leads to a turnover there. Cruz crossover. He's going to go into the hole and get a layup. A nice move for the shifty Cruz. You could say he was putting it on cruise control. Ballinger now trying to dribble around here. Wang with it. He'll give it off. Ballinger. They wanted to look inside, but they're going to call a foul. This is going to be an off-ball foul. Called on number 1, Chihi Giuseppe. Jenkins takes a seat for Bethel. Dehart comes in from. Ballinger takes a seat as number 10 for your Huntington Foresters. Drew Johnson, the sophomore 6'5" guard from Ohio, checks in. Right to Johnson, the ball finds itself back to Platt, top of the key. Wang with it. No true center on the floor for Huntington right now. You could say the big would be Aarons. And Platt got fouled on that three. A big three by Connor. Took it with not a lot of space. 2 on the clock. And the leading scorer for Huntington gets that one to drop. He's got 20.9 at his average as Clyde checks back into this ball game. Now they take a moment to wipe off the floor here. Platt's going to be going to the line. He's an 87% free throw shooter. He's missed 10 free throws on the season. Platt looking to convert the 4-point play. Huntington, so far in this ball game, 0 of 1 at the line. Make that 0 of 2. Platt's 11th miss on the season from the line. Dehart over to Rassler with it. Now he's driving inside. Spins on Clyde. Can't get that one to fall. Connor faking a little in and out move there. Johnson to Yoder. I guess you could say that was a pass to yourself by Yoder. They're looking down low. Platt kick out. Yoder couldn't corral it, and the Foresters just do not seem on the same page here today. They only trail this one 11, but they have 8 turnovers to Bethel's whopping goose egg 0. The Foresters just not taking care of the ball right now. Now Cruz shifting through traffic. Rassler the 3, no good. Cruz the rebound there, inside. Dehart's going to the line for one more, but the Foresters left the back door wide open. Nobody covering the paint. 31-20 the score, 15-32. Dehart going to the line for 2 shots here. His first one up and good. Dehart is a 75% free throw shooter. So a guy you expect to hit his fair share of them. Substitution here as number 1, Sheehy Giuseppe checks out. Newman in for him. Now Pulver on Rassler. Pulver not normally a guy that'll bring it up. Cruz pressures him. They find Yoder. He's got nobody on him. He'll give it off to Clyde. One pass too many. Seemed like Yoder should have went up to it. The defense guessed right. No foul call. Dehart was hounded. He was wrapped up there. Now Yoder's going to take a seat here. Number 2, Tim Abel checks in. Dehart looks to be all right. Yoder and Dehart just getting tangled up a little bit there. Thankfully not like the Jimmy Butler, TJ Warren situation in the NBA. If you've been keeping up with that, you know that's been quite the drama-filled situation. Pulver with it. Though, left side of the floor, now he's driving inside, spin back to the middle. He gets that one blocked by Newhouse. Newhouse another block there. And Cruz will bring it up. Cruz the step back 3, no good there. Clyde the rebound. He'll give it off to Pulver. 20-33 your score, 4:30 on the clock. Connor thought about the 3. Now Johnson looking for some help. Gives it off to Pulver. Pulver thought about 3. He'll give it off to Clyde. Clyde going inside to the paint. Newhouse got it momentarily. Clyde got fouled by Newhouse. Missed his shot there. And that's going to send Clyde to the line for 2. This Bethel team scored over 100 points in 7 games this season. They've scored over 90 points in 15 games this season. And even more interesting, they've scored over 90 in 12 straight ball games this year. DeHart takes a seat as Jenkins checks back in for him. Clyde at the line. Kajiri, 56% free throw shooter. Shot no good there by him. Now splitting the defense is Cruz, and he gets a free lane to the hoop. Clyde's got 1 foul, electing not to potentially pick up that second one there. The Forsters starting to fall behind here. Abel now with it. Jenkins picks that one off. He's off into the races, and he's going to go up for the layup. They're going to get a timeout here. Full timeout, and we're going to go ahead and take it along with them. 37-21. The Pilots lead this one, 3:44 remaining in this first half. This is FDN Sports. Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena, beautiful Huntington, Indiana. That is just a little bit drizzly today, not only on the outside but also here on the inside. The Bethel Pilots shooting 44% from the field. Huntington, meanwhile, 42%. But the big difference here, Bethel, they've attempted 29 shots. Huntington has attempted 19. Abel looking inbound it. Off of Johnson's head it goes. That one goes out of bounds. That's going to be a turnover for the Forsters. Make that number 11 for them. Ball inbounded. Cruz thought about the step back. Now Galen with the 3. No good there. Abel skies up for that one. Platt brings it up. Cruz on him. Jenkins on Abel. Jenkins has the quick hands. He's already got a few steals here tonight. Now Pulver looking to do work on Newhouse. The turn gets it to go in. Looked like it was going to roll out. Forsters finally get one to go in their favor. And they're going to call Aarons for a foul here. It looks like Aarons was trying to get him to get the jump ball there. Even made a little bit of an argument for it. Johnson gonna take a seat here. Number 22, Lewis weighing in for him. Newhouse at the line. Mentioned he's generally not a good free throw shooter. According to his stats, 54% on the season. Right now he's a perfect 3 of 3 on the day. Make that 4 of 4. That's going to lead to another substitution here. Rassler checks out. Number 15, Ertz checks in for him. Ertz was a sectional champion in high school. Averaged 15 points. Now Platt breaks it. Pulver, not knowing where he wants to go with the ball, finally finds Platt. Pulver holding on to that ball way too long there. Platt kick over corner. Wang thought about the three. Now he'll drive inside. Aaron's the corner three. It's up. And it's way too strong there. No good. Cruz the rebound. Ertz with it. Right wing. He'll give it. Grant Galon. Now Platt. He's got it. He's off and running. He's got Pulver with him. Platt going into the hole. Right into Cruz he goes, and he gets that one to fall. 39-25. Huntington starting to cut into this lead. After the first turnover by the Pilots. Now Galon, the long three. Hand up, so what? Galon showing he's a dangerous man from deep here. On the season, Grant is a 49% three-point shooter. He's taken 161 threes on the season. Connor Platt, who's taken the most for the Forsters, has taken 114. Three up, that's good. Pulver able to get that one to fall, so now Huntington starting to trade some baskets. Newman has it, he's trying to drive. Aaron's not giving him a whole lot. Great defense there by the redshirt sophomore, putting himself in good position. And then boxing out Newman to get the rebound as well. 1:34 remaining here. Platt a slow pass to Jenkins, to Aaron's that went to Jenkins. And Jenkins gets the dunk there. The Pilots bench raising the roof over here. It's a 30-second timeout, so we're going to go ahead and keep it right here for us. 28-31 is your score right now. The Forsters trailing this one. It's been all Pilots so far. We mentioned, how good the Pilots are. Their most points they scored on the season was 116 against Ozark Christian. Their fewest, 76 against Siena Heights, which is interesting because if you think of the Forsters, the most they scored this year was 116 against Siena Heights. So one team, Bethel, who is the higher ranked team, the team with the better record in this matchup, has its lowest outing against Siena Heights, and Huntington on the opposite side of that, with their record being a little bit worse than what Bethel is, they're coming out with their biggest win against Siena Heights. Bethel is 5-1 versus receiving votes or better teams. They got wins over number 9 Madonna, number 23 Indiana Tech, receiving votes Siena Heights, Spring Arbor, that was number 7 at the time, St. Francis, that was number 24, and that one loss coming to Iwu, that 5-point loss. Now Clyde with it. He gets that one blocked. Shihid Giuseppe was right there. Galon able to get that ball after it gets tipped around. Jenkins now driving on wing. Up and under there. DeHart couldn't get it to fall. Under a minute to go here. 44-28 your score. Platt thought about it. Now gives it off to Wang. Now Wang looking for Abel, he does. Abel back to Wang in the corner they go. He finds some room. Clyde going up for the dunk. Bam! He gets that one over Grant. Galon trying to contest it there. But good job by Clyde to stay strong and go up on that one. The Pilots going to hold the ball here. Just about a 2, maybe 3 second difference here in game clock and shot clock. Eric's going inside. Abel tried to put some pressure on him but couldn't. The clock winding down here. Pulver gonna throw something up but not before the clock expires. Lou Wang, I'm not sure what happened, but he went down here just before the half.
Home run for right fielder Adrian.
We're gonna try to see if we can find out what happened to Lou, his ankle. And now we're gonna have assistant coach Josh Rakonen come over here for an interview here momentarily. Coach, we want to thank you for joining us here. Coach, you guys struggling in that first half. What are some adjustments that need to be made in this second half to get you guys going?
I think the biggest thing for us is that we just have to handle pressure a little bit better the second half. They've thrown a press at us a couple times. We've been frantic with the basketball. At one point, they had 18 points off of turnovers. That's a big number for us. So notice that the difference in this game is 16 points. 18 points off turnovers is a big part of it for us. We also have to guard ball screening action better and make sure that our bigs are keeping the ball out of the paint.
Coach, offensively, what do you guys need to do to get it going in the second half? We've had some good looks, but it seems like shots just aren't falling. Is that what it is?
I think the biggest thing for us is that we can't rely and live and die on the three-point line. They're giving us some driving lines that we haven't taken aggressively so far this first half. I think the second half, if we can get them moving side to side and drive the basketball hard to the rim, I think that's where we're going to be successful. So I think the second half we have to drive the ball and establish a post presence down there. That's a key for us coming out of halftime.
Coach, as always, thank you for your
Awesome.
time.
Thank you for having me.
Good luck in the second half. And that's going to be our halftime here. We'll be back here in the second half. 30-46, your Forsters trail this one.
A home run for right fielder Adrian Perez.
Perez started playing baseball at a young age, where he fell in love with the sport. Then, when he made it to high school, everything changed.
When I was a junior, this guy saw me in Florida playing, and he asked me if I want to stay in Florida for better education and find like a scholarship or something in the USA.
This was an offer that Perez and his parents didn't see coming, but there was another curveball on its way.
In that year, my mom got cancer. When that happened, she talked to me and said, "Oh, do you dream? Like go follow your dream. I'm gonna be fine."
So he listened to his mom and started playing for the Iowa Lake Community College Lakers in 2015. That's when he earned the nickname Big Shot. But in the midst of his great success with the Lakers,
I hurt my hamstring in a scout day in Iowa Lakes.
Perez returned to Puerto Rico for therapy in December 2017. After weeks of therapy, he walked his mom through her final days.
My mom passed away after 2 years.
To honor his mother and follow their dreams of going pro, Perez returned back to the U.S.
At that point, I got hurt and all the school again is NAIA, but I don't want to talk to nobody. And that frame, Coach Friend's son, he called me over and over and over. But all the school, the NAIA just sent me over. He was the only one he want to talk to me. So I told him, I can't play baseball right now. I just trying to rehab and everything. I said, he don't matter. I'm going to give you a good offer so you can come to Huntington University and play here, and we're going to take care about the hamstring and everything. He offered me the offer, and I didn't even call my dad. I said, okay.
So Perez and the Forsters made it official.
I signed, called my dad, told me I think I made the right decision.
While at HU, Perez remembers that he's almost 9 hours away from his family.
The adversity just helped me go through everything in that point. My dad always watching me in the TV, so when I go to him, I make a sign, so he know I just want to play for them. And
Let's go! Let's go!
I am Dr. Fred Miller. I am the Department Chair of Kinesiology and also an exercise science professor at Huntington University. Huntington University is unique as far as they get a lot of one-on-one attention from the professor. You know, helping them learn the information or helping them minister a test, whereas some universities you don't get that one-on-one from the professors. One of our themes focuses is on being a Christian and trying to be a good role model for others. We're here, we really care about the student, we want to see that student succeed, not just preparing them for their future career, but also we want to prepare them to be a servant for God. Huntington University, we have a lot of equipment that students will get an opportunity to use and experience. Some of the equipment we have include a bod pod, which is very famous. We also have other interesting equipment that students will get to use. That equipment includes a VO2 Max, a metabolic cart system. There's also a lot of equipment including other health measures. Students will get plenty of opportunity to learn how to use all this equipment, and they will get administering it to other students. Oftentimes students who get an undergraduate degree in exercise science will go on to physical therapy school, or even they will go on to physician assistant school. And then also another common career path for students is to become a strength conditioning specialist and mainly work with athletes. Exercise science is a degree where students will gain a lot of knowledge about health, but having someone that has the knowledge and experience to help an individual to get fit, to get healthy is important. And students at Huntington University, they learn about knowledge that's credible and that's important for students to have so they can help these individuals.
Here in Huntington University's film program, we offer a one-of-a-kind experience. You'll have access to state-of-the-art equipment and the opportunity to gain practical experience on set. But what really sets us apart from other universities? While the films that we make are important to us, we give special attention to how we make them. In our film program, we understand the process behind making a film is just as important as the finished product you see on screen, and how we treat one another on set has a big impact. Which is why our program is part of the Kinema Commonwealth, a group of filmmakers dedicated to creating an environment of mutual respect that values individual artists over the bottom line. Our goal is to create excellent works of cinematic art and storytelling that both entertain and turn those involved into better people. We hold to 3 community values that make up the Kinema Manifesto. The first is respect for the individual, in which the time, energy, resources, and personal well-being of the artist are shown full respect. Artists are not just used for their talents, but embraced as collaborators. The second is respect for the community, where the natural environment, the local community, and the audience are all treated with the utmost care and respect. Filmmaking impacts not only the filmmakers, but those around us too. The third is respect for the art, because each filmmaker should be given artistic freedom to work creatively and to the best of their ability, while remembering that we are all working towards the same story. We believe that by living out these community values daily, the resulting projects will be works of passion, infused with the artistic voices of all the filmmakers. Our hope is that our students will not only practice these values during their 4 years here, but that they will take them into the professional industry and over time, revolutionize the way films are made in the United States and the rest of the world. We are striving to create leaders who pursue excellence in their craft while showing love and respect to those around them.
So Powder Puff football is 2 teams divided up by floors, and then they all have flags, so it's just a flag football game. And so we have the 2 end zones, and it's just like a regular game. We usually play 2 20-minute halves, and it's just a good time for everybody to get some football in, since we don't have a football team here as a sport.
Let's go play! Oh, snap.
Powder Puff to me is something that actually opened me up at Huntington.
And for me, just as a freshman, obviously, like I get to know all the different girls on my floor, and we all grow closer together.
Powder Puff just means a lot of unity between the girls on the floor, and just provided a lot of good fun between all the other girls on campus as well.
Powder Puff means to me, it just signifies some of the best times that you're going to have during homecoming weekend.
Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena. I'm Ryan Lockhart. Your Forsters currently trail this one 46-40. But it's been the Bethel Pilots' really total team effort that's helped them out into this one. Right now leading scorers for both teams, Connor Platt and Ertz, both with 10 points. For the visiting Pilots, Cruz is their leading assist and rebounder with 3 apiece. Platt leads everything for Huntington, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. Huntington shooting 48% to the field compared to 45% from Bethel. They have 10 less shot attempts from the field as well. From deep, Huntington 41% compared to 38% for the Pilots. In terms of steals and turnovers, Huntington only 1 steal, 13 turnovers. On the other side, the Pilots 6 steals, 2 turnovers. Team fouls 8-4, Huntington with the 8 fouls. And the bench points, Huntington no points off their bench yet. But on the other side, the Pilots, they do have 22 points off their bench. They do have 22 points off their bench. In the paint, it's 16-14 in favor of the Pilots. So it's close in the paint. Huntington, we talked about it just not being able to hit their shots. Coach gave us a few of their keys here for the second half. But the Forsters, if they're going to try to get back into this one, down 16 right now here at halftime against one of the top teams in the Crossroads League. As we take a quick look in the standings, Huntington comes into this one, mentioned they're 1-4 in conference. They're tied with Taylor for 7th, respectively. For 8th, excuse me. On the other side, though, Bethel, they're 3-2 in conference. Both their conference losses coming in their last 2 games against Indiana Wesleyan and Grace. Right now, as the conference shakes out before today's action is over, Mount Vernon, Indiana Wesleyan, and Grace all tied for first at 4-1. Tied for 4th, Bethel, St. Francis, and Marion all at 3-2. Then it's Spring Arbor at 2-3. The Forsters and the Taylor Trojans at 1-4. And rounding out the conference is Goshen at 0-5 at the bottom. We'll see if we can try to get you some scores from around the league here, around the Crossroads League, as we get back into this ball game about to tip off. Mentioned it's been all Pilots. A quiet night so far from Travion Cruz, though. 4 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds, but we know he can turn it up in a hurry. He is 2 of 4 from the field, 0 of 2 from deep, and in that first half he played the most minutes. 14-38. Mentioned Connor Platt leading everybody for Huntington. Beside him, though, Clyde Kajiri. He's had a nice first half. 7 points, 4 rebounds. Hank Pulver also 8 points. A big negative for Huntington, though. There are 13 turnovers. 5 of those turnovers are from Andrew Yoder. Second half underway here. On the floor for your Forsters, Yoder, Platt, Kajiri, Pulver, and Ballinger. On the other side for the Pilots, it's Galen as he gets the steal there. Rassler, Dehart, Newman, and Cruz. Dehart thought about it, now give it off to Grant. Galen over Rassler, the three, it's up, no good there. He had a slow first half. Rassler 1 of 5 from the field, 0 of 3 from deep in the first half. So now he's 0 of 4. Ballinger gets that one tipped. That's going the other way. Off of his leg there. So that's going to be another turnover for Huntington. Cruz brings it up. Galen the three. Bang, he hits that one. Galen able to knock one down. That gives Cruz another assist. Number 4 on the day for him. With a guy like Grant Galen on your team, I could see why Cruz would have one of the best years in his assisting category so far. Now Cruz and Galen off and running. They got numbers. Newman going up into Pulver. No foul called. Newman rather shocked by the no foul call. You're going to live with it though. 49-30 your score. 18:43 on the clock. Travel called on Platt. Three-pointer here once again. Galen, he's getting hot in this second half. Back-to-back threes. Now Yoder, he gives it off to Pulver. Pulver up, no good there. They give it off. Newman, he's going up the up and under, can't finish it there. He's had a couple nice looks at the basket, but no finish. Pulver sets a pick. Platt uses it. He gets around him. Late foul going to be called here. And Platt giving it to the officials here. Platt not happy right now. He's going to call a 30-second timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it right here. 52-38 is our score. As you know, we talked about how well the Pilots have done this season under new head coach Steve Dryben. Mentioned they're 5-1 versus those receiving votes or better teams. Cruz does lead the league in steals, and he was also top 4 in all categories in the Crossroads League at the end of last year. Now, you look outside of that, he's the only player to be in the national NAI, to be in the top 25 in 4 of the 5 major stat categories. And that was last season. Now, Cruz building off of it this year is averaging almost 21 at 20.9. Excuse me, Cruz is averaging 22 points a game, 5 rebounds and 6.8 assists. Platt at the line, as free throw up and good. Cruz was named first team Crossroads League last year, as well as to the all defensive team last year. Second one no good there, so Connor missing 2 free throws today. Very unlike him. This has been unlike the HU Forsters ball club, as we're gonna have a foul called here. That foul going to be called on Yoder, number 31. His first of the ball game. Free throw bounces a few times, no good by Newman. Newman, his first miss of the day. Now the second one up. Good there, extends this lead. 53-31. Ballinger gets it up to Platt. Platt in a trapping zone, but gets it off Yoder to Ballinger, right side of the floor. Ballinger with Rassler on him. Tries to get around. He could have drove there now. Platt will take the one dribble pull up. Left it a little short, but Ballinger comes up with it. Backing into Rassler. Yoder the shot there. That's good from the short corner. And Huntington, a little breath of relief here. Get a basket fall. Pulver, good defense on Cruz. It's been a very off night for Cruz as well. 5 assists, 5 rebounds for him, but scoring-wise, he's been rather quiet up to this point. Ballinger almost got tied up. No Lou Wang on the bench. I believe he's in the training room. Ballinger looked like he took a hand to the face there. Looks to be okay, though. Now Yoder gets a hand on it. They're going to call a foul on Galen. That's going to be his first of the ball game. Galen picking up the foul there. Abel guarded by Galen now. Abel driving. He's going to kick corner 3 for Platt. That's up. That's good. Connor gets that one to fall. Connor now 14 points in this ball game. DeHart uses the pick. Yoder a hand on his back. That's going to be a foul on him, number 2. Yoder right now guarding Galen on defense. Actually, DeHart is. Clyde takes a seat in his first minutes of the day, number 20. The junior, Wyatt Hughes, at 6'8". Ayrton bounds the ball here to Cruz. They're going right inside, right to Wyatt. They're going to challenge him. Newhouse, a little shove. Galen somehow gets the rebound. Now he'll take a shot, and that's good. Galen able to connect there for another 3. Hughes was slow to close out there, and he made him pay for it. Off to Hughes it goes. Pulver, that ball tipped by the Pilots. Up by 20 are the Pilots right now. Pulver, good defense on Cruz. Platt the rebound. Huntington has numbers. They're off and running. Platt's going to do it himself. Galen elects not to foul him there. And Platt adds. Give him 16 points in this one. 56-38, 15-40 on the clock. Now Cruz going to drive inside. Newhouse. They had Hughes in a bad position. And a call made on the floor. Not sure what it was. I believe they're going to say the ball was out of bounds. Nevertheless, though, it's going to stay on this end of the floor, and that's going to lead to a media timeout here. We're going to go ahead and take along with them 56-36. The Pilots lead the Foresters. And welcome back here, beautiful Huntington, Indiana. Northern Indiana. We got some Crossroads League basketball action here today. So far it's been all Pilots. 56-38 lead this one. Galen shot too long there. Really giving him the green light now to shoot it. He comes up on Platt. Abel with it. Thought about doing something. Now Big Country, he'll take a shot. That's no good. DeHart the rebound. And DeHart trying to dribble in. Newhouse Gonna kick it back out. Ertz the three. That's no good. Platt the rebound. Platt getting shoved around. Pulver gives it off to Yoder. Abel now to Platt. Cruz. Grant had a hand on that. Yoder able to tip it over though. Ball gets back to Wyatt. Platt, that ball off of his leg going the other way. Newhouse poked it momentarily. Connor kicked it a little bit. Now 31. Yoder gonna take a seat. Lewis Wang back into this game. Lou going down right as halftime started. The halftime break. Seemed like he was just walking and simply his ankle kind of gave out on him. Missed so far about 5.5 minutes of this action, but looks to be in there, not limping around. Cruz gonna be the inbounder here. He's got 5 assists in this one. He'll give it in to Phillip. To Ertz it goes. Cruz now, he'll kick it out. Grant the three, and Galen connects here. Grant able to get another one to fall. And the Pilots now 9 of 20 from deep. Just under 50%. And we're just over the 14-minute mark. Platt thought about the step back three. He's in trouble. Wang, step back three for him. It's up. No good, too strong. Abel gets a hand on it. Jenkins ultimately able to come down with it. Ertz off and running, right in. A foul gonna be called here. That foul called on number 20. Wyatt Hughes. Hughes gonna pick up his first foul here. Second foul, excuse me. Shot, free throw up and good by Ertz. Ertz is shooting 62% from the line this year. Abel and Hughes take a seat. And for them, Johnson and Aarons. Second free throw up, good as well. 61-38, the Pilots leading. We're gonna see number 1 for the Pilots. Dylan Sheehy, Giuseppe check in. Gaylung gonna take a seat. Grant taking a seat with 18 points in this one. Now Drew kicks off Pulver. He's gonna drive against Cruz. Nice look by Hank. You'd like to see Hank do that some more, you know, get the ball outside, put the ball on the floor, really go inside. Sheehy, Giuseppe. Cross-court pass, Jenkins. Aaron's on him. 16 on the clock, using that screen. Crossover, pull-up, no good there. Platt the rebound, that's number 7 for him. Connor to Drew. Johnson gets that one poked away by Jenkins. I think Jenkins has about 4 steals in this one right now. And now we're gonna get a foul called on number 11, Pulver. That's going to be number 2 on him. Pulver picking up his second foul in this one. Under 13 minutes to go. And here. Cruz, a nice crossover there against Johnson. And he's able to finish that one. Pilots extend this lead to 23 now. Sheehy, Giuseppe, good defense on Platt. Now Pulver with it. Talked about how I'd like to see him put it on the floor and go into the basket. Did it there, but couldn't get it to fall. Up to him they go now. Inside to Arts they go. Nobody there. Platt able to get the ball after it was tipped around. Now up to Johnson they go. He kicks it back to Wang. Huntington now looking around here, a few passes, but really no looks. They're trying to do stuff off ball, but Platt a pull-up 3, no good there. Jenkins the rebound. Now Jenkins driving in on Wang. They're going to call a foul on Lou. He's going to go to the line. Jenkins for 2 free throws now. The Pilots started off this season receiving votes, but after opening up the season with a win against number 9, and then a win against number 23, they jumped into the rankings. They're now number 9. Pulver takes a seat now. Clyde Kajiri into the game for him. Second free throw up and good there. Ballinger in this ball game now. Drew Johnson checking out for him. Platt with the ball. Sheehy Giuseppe on him. Platt gives it up to Aarons. Over Wang. Ballinger with it now. Right wing right in front of his bench. Connor, they find him in the paint and he makes him pay for it. Platt now 18 points in this one. Ball quickly up to Cruz in the corner. Bam, he hits that 3. Cruz left alone between the wing and the corner. He was able to hit it. Ballinger, he'll give it up to Wang now. Wang had a wide open Aarons, didn't give it to him. Now he'll give it off Ballinger. Aarons in the paint. Up Clyde they go. That ball gets stolen away by Cruz. Jenkins pushing it now. He gets Spencer to bite. And the good passing by the Pilots connect there. Under 11 minutes to go. 70-42 your score. Ballinger looking for Platt. He finds him. Platt wanted to look inside. Gets a pick instead. Thought about the step back. Jenkins been a guy that got a few steals so far. Ballinger looking to spin inside. Loses the ball though. Another turnover for Huntington. Number 22 on the day. Ballinger gets backed off by Cruz. Clyde goes up. No foul called. Ball tipped around. Jenkins it goes. They go inside. No kick ball call. Aarons off and running. He's got Wang. Wang gonna go up against Cruz. That gets blocked. Cruz able to block it, then poke the ball away from Aarons. Now Sheehy Giuseppe. He's running. Philippe, he's gonna go up. Can't get that one to fall. Trading empty possessions before the Pilots finally score here and go up by 30 in this one. 72-42. A 30-second timeout here. We're gonna keep it right here with us. The Pilots running away with this one. Pilots right now, they were picked 6th in the Crossroads League preseason. Huntington picked 9th. Mentioned the conference standings before this, but these teams staying competitive here. Huntington trying to stay in this one. They're 1-4 in conference, and they just haven't played like themselves once they get into conference. And we talk about how good the Crossroads League is, folks, and this season no exception to it at all. We have 6 teams ranked out of our 10 teams. As we get ready to get back to play here. The series history between these two does not favor the Forsters either. They're 23-33 against the Pilots, but in Platt Arena they are 15-13 against the Pilots. When they travel up to South Bend and go to Bethel, they're 20-8. And in the last 10, it's really been all Bethel. 1-9 is the Forsters' record in the last 10 against the Pilots. Platt looking to drive inside. Johnson thought about it. Now he'll go up. He gets that ball stripped by Rassler. That's going to stay here for the Forsters. Johnson going to be the inbounder. They give it off to Yoder. Abel with it, now he's driving against Jenkins. He loses the ball against Phillip. Jenkins brings it up left side. Yoder doesn't pick him up. He's going inside, right into Clyde he goes. And both Yoder and Clyde both touch that ball and it goes out of bounds. So it's going to stay here. Pulver comes in as Abel takes a seat. Jenkins driving against Pulver, nothing there. Now inside they go. Clyde, good defense against Phillip, but he's able to get that one to fall. Connor Platt bringing the ball up, 18 points for him. 7 rebounds and 2 assists in this one. Connor left wing with it. Thought about the step back. He'll give it off to Clyde instead. Pulver's in the post with it. Jenkins on him. He'll spin back. And Sheehy, Giuseppe. Both guys colliding there. The transfer from VCU gonna go right to the bench. They look a little mixed up. Jenkins also gonna take a seat. Dehart in first minutes of the day, number 4. Life Granville, the freshman from Sugar Land, Texas, and Connor's 3 no good from the corner, under 9 minutes now. Galen come into the game here. He takes a 3 right off, no good there. Yoder gets hounded, able to keep that rebound though. Granville fights through a screen. Yoder inside. Turnaround there. Nice look by Kajiri. Clyde able to get that one to fall. Clyde his strength, that back to the basket game. Shot there by Dehart, good. Now over Johnson they go. Platt thought about it. Granville able to make up though. Pulver the 3, no good there. Galen able to get the rebound, and Dehart trying to go in and out, then give it up to Phillip. That ball gets tipped out. And that's going to lead to our under 8 media timeout here. 76-44, your score here inside Platt Arena. We're going to go ahead and take it along with them. Hello and welcome back here inside Platt Arena. The Pilots flying away with this one. 76-44, they lead your Foresters. Leading scorer for them, Grant Galen with 18 points. Him and Connor Platt both tied for scoring in this game right now. Connor 18 points as well. Cruz is both the rebounding and assist leader with 6 apiece. We see the Pilots now look to their bench a little bit. A few guys off the bench played. Number 0, Nick Pluta in here. Pluta, a decent amount of playing time last year for Coach Lightfoot's squad, but not so much here this year. Ball gets over to Pulver. Pluta has played in 11 games this season. Give off to Pulver. Not sure how Pulver got that off. Staying tough and strong down low. Ertz with it now. Trying to drive around Newman now against Platt. A big mismatch there. Dehart, he's on Clyde. Dehart will pull up. One dribble pull up. He knocks it down. That's easy for him. Under 7 minutes to go here. Over to Platt it goes. Johnson with it now to Pulver. 6:44 on the clock here. Pulver with it. Thought about the three. Now he'll dribble inside. Lost his dribble, so he'll have to pass that one out now. 5 on the shot clock. Yoder with it. Kicks over. Pulver. He's going to have to take this. One dribble pull up. He does. No good there. Granville the rebound. Granville, a transfer from Oklahoma Wesleyan University. He gets that one to fall there for him. Granville did average 15 points and 5 assists in high school. And he did win a 5A state championship as well. Now Pluta goes down. Clyde gonna be called for a charge. Pluta laughing it off there, no doubt a flop. Now, he's going to be subbed out here with 2 fouls. That's going to be second foul there on Clyde. 80-46 your score here. The Pilots lead this one. Into Pluto they go with it. 3 by Newman. That's good. Newman able to get that one to fall. The bigs taking big shots right here. Now Big Country with it. He gets Pluto up. He's going up for it. Can't get that one to fall though. Newman the rebound. Now Wyatt goes down. He's grabbing his ankle. That does not look good. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here. 82-46 is your score right now. 5:28 remaining here. We'll be right back here. This is FDN Sports. Welcome back here inside Platt Arena. White Jones going down. Clyde Kajiri coming for him. Yoder the block there on Pluta. Yoder brings the ball up. We'll try to see if we can get any updates on the injury to Wyatt. Shot there, good. Yoder able to get that one to fall. That'll give him 6 in the ball game now. Look inside. No good there. And they're going to call a foul on Pluta now. That's going to be his first of the ball game. Substitution here. Number 23 for the Bethel Pilots. Nicole Bailey checks in. Nicole Bailey. He is a 6'7" junior from Sinclair Community College. He himself, though, is from Old Harbor, Jamaica. Bailey averaged 8.7 points per game and 5.4 rebounds while shooting on 57%. Platt a three-pointer, that's good there. That's gonna give him 21 in this. Bailey averaged those while he was at Sinclair as well. Right into Bailey, he's gonna try to get his first basket, can't get it to fall, but it's gonna put him at the line. Bailey now appearing in his 7th game of the season, hasn't started any of them. Only averages 4.5 minutes as he misses that first free throw there. 1 of 5 from the floor, or 1 of 5 from the free throw line as Bailey. Pulver takes a seat now with 12 points and 4 rebounds. We did have a substitution there at that break. Number 5 for your Foresters, Thomas Biddle checked in. Biddle, a freshman from Warren, Indiana, went to Southern Wells. Kajiri kick over corner 3, no good by Aarons. Yoder able to get a hand on that one, but it goes out of bounds. On the floor for your Foresters, Platt, Biddle, Yoder, Kajiri, and Aarons. On the other side for Bethel, it's Pluta, Granville, Philippe, Ertz, and Bailey. Now Yoder's gonna take a seat here. He finishes with 6 points, 6 rebounds. Second one up and good there. Abel's gonna come in now for Connor Platt. Connor's got 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. He shot 8 of 15 from the field, 4 of 8 from deep. And he leads in those rebound, scoring, and assisting categories. Leads your Foresters. Granville, some tough defense on Abel. Johnson now looking to drive inside. Bailey meets him, but he's able to get that one to fall. Ertz kicks it out. Luto, he'll take a 3 now. No good there by him. Kajiri gonna bring up the ball before he gives it to Johnson. 3 minutes and some change on the clock. Abel with it, Mickey guarding him. Back to Johnson it goes. He gives it off. Back to Johnson, he thought about it. Looks to spin back. Abel thought about the 3, now he's gonna drive inside. Bailey gonna contest him. Abel gets that one to fall. Tim's first points of the ball game. Now inside Bailey they go. Kajiri a step behind, and that's all he needed to hit that shot. 87-55 your score here inside Platt Arena. The Foresters well below their scoring mark of 81 points per game. Johnson gets a shot blocked here by Bailey. And they're gonna call a foul here. That foul gonna be on number 35. Aarons for your Foresters. That's his 3rd foul of the ball game. The Pilots this season on the road, 5-1. At home, 7-1. And in neutral territory, they're 3-0. That free throw missed there. The Pilots now 17 of 21 from the charity stripe. Johnson with the ball right wing. Huntington, they're 3-3 away. 5-4 at home. And a foul called here down low on Bailey. .210 remaining in this ball game. 55-87 your score. Aarons kicks it over to Abel. They give it inside to Clyde. Clyde, a power dribble up to the hoop. He's going to pick up a foul here. Clyde goes to the free throw line. He's a 56% free throw shooter on the season. First one up and good here. .202 remaining in this ball game here. It's been Pilots throughout. The Forsters haven't had a lead in this ball game. Now Mickey brings it up. Biddle trying to get around that pick. He does, but a mismatch down low. Biddle against Bailey. Clyde right there. I think Clyde got a hand on it, but I think Bailey was trying to give it off as well. Abel gives it off to Johnson. Aarons to Biddle. Biddle top of the key with it. He'll look to drive. Abel gives it off Aarons. The Forsters doing a lot of movement, but not getting anything to fall. Foul there going to be on number 4, Granville. That does put Huntington in the 1-1 bonus. Biddle able to get that first one to fall. Biddle has played in 5 games this season for the Foresters. Biddle from Southern Wells High School. Minute and a half to go in this one. Pluta going right in, and Kajiri gets a big block there. He gets to make up for that charge call they had on him earlier. I would almost rather have that block than I would that charge. Now to Clyde they go. Clyde's going inside to the hole. Can't get that one to fall. Johnson goes to the ground, no good. Kajiri trying to pick up Mickey. Now up Granville they go. A swipe from a few Foresters there. No good. And that's going to send them to the line once again. Granville at the line for 2 more free throws. He's attempted 14 on the year. He's a 50% free throw shooter. Second one, no good there. Biddle the rebound. And Biddle gonna slow it down. Granville almost pokes this one away momentarily. Ball finds its way over. Aarons with it. Out to Abel it goes. Abel, a little floater in the lane, can't get that to fall. Pluta smacked that one. No foul called there. A little surprised by that. 33 seconds to go in this ball game. Abel gets the ball off a screen. Spins back a few times and gives it off to Johnson. Johnson spins to the middle. May have been a travel there. But now they're going to call a foul. This one's going to be on number 10, Mickey, of the Pilots. 59-87 your score here. 19.2 remaining in this one. That's going to be the first one on Mickey for the Pilots. Aaron's first one up and good there. David is a 71% free throw shooter on the season. Second one good as well. That'll help the average go up. So under 20 seconds here, the Pilots look like they're just going to go ahead and dribble this one on out here. 87-61 is going to be your final here. The Pilots win this one. They get back to their winning ways. The Pilots now go up to 4-2 on the season. 16-2 overall. Huntington, they'll drop to 1-5 and 9-9 overall. Forsters drop this one. We're going to give you your final game stats here, as well as wrap up the game here for all of us here at FDN Sports. The Forsters not able to be victorious in this one. As we look at some stats though, shooting from the floor, Bethel shot 44%. They had 67 total attempts. Huntington, 42% is what they shot. 3-point percentage, 44% for the Pilots. They shot 25 threes, made 11. On the other side, the Forsters, 7 of 19, and they made shooting a 36%. Rebounds favored nobody, tied 37 apiece. 8 offensive rebounds for the Pilots was the difference, though. Huntington, 31 defensive rebounds. 25 turnovers for the Forsters, 7 for the Pilots. The Forsters, one of their highest in turnovers. Connor Platt led all scorers with 21 points. Clyde, the leading rebounder, with 8. And Connor, the leading assister, with 2. On the other side, Grant Galon, he led scorers on Bethel's team with 18 points. Cruz, leading assister and rebounder, with 6 apiece. Cruz would go on to finish the ballgame with only 9 points. It's going to be his lowest scoring of the season. Folks, that's all we have here. The Forsters drop this ball game here. And some other news, Taylor is up on Mount Vernon right now, 76-61. So with Taylor being up, that would be a big game against Mount Vernon. And other games, Indiana Wesleyan up on Spring Arbor, they would go on to win that 93-68. A big matchup there between those two teams. Folks, that's all here from Platt Arena. For the whole FDN crew here, Sydney Fife, Carson Watkins, Murray Rhodes, and our man, the most important one of the whole staff, Kobe Solms in the back. We thank all of you for tuning in here, spending your Saturday with us here for this doubleheader action. Lady Forsters victorious. The men couldn't get the job done. They dropped this one 88-61 to number 9 Bethel. I'm Ryan Lockhart. It's been a joy to spend my day with you guys. Have a good one, and as always, go Foresters.
High fly ball. Jim, that one's back. It's back. That's it.
Catch and fire. It's on the... He made it! Oh my God!